Along the banks of the Ohio River in Kentucky's largest city, something big is under construction. Louisville, a city with low unemployment, is offering a bridge to jobs through an innovative education and training program in construction. Kentuckiana Builds.
How many of you work at nights again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of you work at nights. And for you to work and come here and still do the homework, still be accountable, it's just wonderful.
It's a partnership between the Louisville Urban League and Kentuckiana Works, the workforce development board for the greater Louisville region.
Now this is between your shoulder blades. There you go. Good.
Kentuckiana Builds offers 6 weeks of free training classes at the Urban League where students learn about OSHA safety standards.
Employers generally require workers to wear hard hats at all times on construction sites.
And they receive a national certification in basic construction skills.
When these students graduate from our program, they can walk out of here, they're certified across the country. They could work at any construction site. I mean, if it's related to the project.
And Sadiqa Reynolds, president and CEO of the Louisville Urban League, says graduates make much more than minimum wage in construction jobs, around $16 an hour on average.
We did scaffolding, we did ladders. Remember we stopped off with the step ladders?
To be able to get that kind of employment, entry level, is a big deal. And so this certification is real, it is helpful, it is a game changer.
Kentuckiana Builds classes are open to people of all races, ethnicities, and backgrounds. But Reynolds sees a great need for more good-paying jobs in black communities.
Even though the city's unemployment rate is very low, black communities always suffer more. And so I wanted to make sure that the people that we serve had the opportunity to be engaged. We have folks who literally are coming here homeless, living in a car, not knowing where they're going to be, that night, coming in, going through the program, being able to get a job. We also have some people who are underemployed.
And Reynolds says this certification program leads to more than a job. It leads to a career, a skilled trade.
I'm truly proud of you because it's hard if you haven't been in school for the longest time to come back to even do homework.
Many here, like LaPrecious Robbins, come back to get this education from Kentuckiana Builds for their families, their children.
My daughter, because I want to give her things that I wasn't able to have when I was younger. So, with that being said, if you're determined, you're going to push for better.
Richard Graham is coming back for a certification in construction for his 2 children, a boy and a girl.
It means that me getting a career, stability for my kids, and to provide for my family.
Richard spent a few years in prison after taking wrong turns in a life on the streets. He's modeling a new direction for his children.
I want to teach them just to always strive for your goals. You can be whatever you want to be. I really don't want them to have to make the choices that I had to make. So this is the start of it. And I feel like I can look back at this 10 years later and be proud of myself. Whenever you feel like you don't have a second chance, just look, this is my success story. You can look at me, take me for example.
And many Kentuckiana Builds graduates, like 43-year-old Eric Allen, are already in the construction industry, building their success stories.
The thing that I feel is important is building yourself to the best of your potential.
That's what led Eric to Kentuckiana Builds. He says he lost years of potential by creating a job, not a career, in manufacturing.
When I got laid off, I realized that I didn't really own it. It was something that could be taken away from me, and I didn't want that to happen to me again, so I started looking into things that I could own.
Eric wanted to start a trade, and with his Kentuckiana Builds certification, he's making his mark in the construction trade, taking his skills to a new level, working for Messer Construction.
We really pride ourselves on having a career path for all of our trades, our carpenters, laborers, equipment operators. So, they can come in at an entry-level position. They can then move into our apprenticeship, complete a 2-year, 4-year apprenticeship, move into a journeyman level position with the company, and then continue on into lead and foreman position.
Eric has completed 1 year of an apprenticeship with Messer and has even higher goals when he finishes college in his 40s.
Once they graduate from our apprenticeship program, they have the opportunity to take those credit hours and apply it towards an associate's degree, at Jefferson Community and Technical College.
I mean, I like to say, the sky's the limit, and you can go anywhere you want to go. How much effort you put in, we're gonna put the effort right back into you.
Eric's efforts to build a career are driven by his responsibilities to support his 18-year-old son and set a good example for him.
I want him to not hamper his own growth the way I did. I waited a long time. He's planning on going to college, so I want him to go ahead and just be the best that he can be now and get his ball rolling early.
The drive to build a good career empowers other Kentuckiana Builds graduates who work on this construction site with Messer.
I've learned how to be a leader in this specific site right here.
Gabriel Israel has earned several equipment certifications with Messer, on the move in his construction career quickly with a goal of being a foreman.
That's what keeps me motivated to keep going through all the classes, everything they have to offer, because the opportunities for growth.
And Messer is growing its labor pool through Kentuckiana Builds. It has hired more than 40 of the program's graduates, and they make up more than 30% of its workforce in the region.
We're looking for a pipeline of qualified, skilled, and entry-level positions. And I think that through the Kentuckiana Builds program, this really connected us with more of that qualified entry level.
It's an investment in people in a well-paying trade where everybody wins.
It's just gratifying, especially when you're at the graduation and their families are there, they're there, and then they have, some of the students do testimonials and tell their story, and the person that's up there telling the story is one that you hired, so you know that you're directly changing somebody's life.
I think the last graduation, 75% of the class had jobs on graduation day. So they are being hired right out of the program. I think Kentuckiana Builds is life altering, not just for the person in the program, but for the family too. Because what does it mean for a child to come home from school to a parent that is able to provide for them? This really does lead to great things.